So let's trace the journey of this hybrid punch or two-stage punch, okay? Stage one, we're going to start it like all the advocates of the vertical punch say. We're going to start it here, and then we're going to go into a vertical configuration. So we're going to start our punch like that. So here comes our vertical punch, coming down the pike, and right when we get here, many people say to stop and not to add the shoulder whirl that we mentioned in installment 11. That's a mistake. We don't want to stop here. So some of the karate people, they want to turn it over at the last second, but they refuse to pop their shoulder or do a shoulder whirl, and so they're popping it over too early, and they actually can damage their wrist by doing so. So if you turn it over too early, ouch, you hurt your wrist when you hit something. So if you turn this over too early, it hurts. But if you get your elbows behind your body, and I'm rotating properly, and my vertical fist is going straight and true, and then, right when I get my shoulder square to the target, instead of stopping there, I'm going to add that last little pop, that last little twist to my shoulders. Get that shoulder whirl. And when I do, that's the precise moment that I want to turn it over into a horizontal fist. Let's see what that looks like from the side. Stage one is a horizontal fist. It's coming down the pike, hitting the target, almost, and in the last inch or so, the shoulder whirl, that extra rotation of the hips and shoulders pop in. And then at that moment, I turn it over to a horizontal strike. This gives me the extra range and power of a horizontal punch, but it gives me the safety and proper body alignment of the horizontal punch. But the timing is very important. So wait for that stretch. That stretch is the button that tells you when to turn it over. So this takes some practice to get the right timing. So go to your bag. See, later on we can talk about our feet and everything, but right now we're talking about the top part. So incorporate all of the other discussions in our previous lessons about getting proper body rotation and how to do that. So go back and review that. So we're going to start here with the vertical fist. See? I can get my distance down with it. Maybe get back an inch or so. And it's coming down from rotating. And then the second I get that stretch, that's when I'm square, and then I'm going to do that extra stretch. And I'm going to rotate my shoulders. And at that moment, then I'm going to drill this. I'm going to turn it over very quickly. So that's going to look like this. So really the shoulder whirl gives you the perfect timing in which to turn over into the horizontal fist. So if you throw this punch and you're relaxed and you throw it naturally and it's coming down through the pike as a horizontal fist, second you feel that little stretch from that rotation, it just will naturally, fluidly turn itself over. So you need to train your body to feel that. Horizontal fist, stage one. Shoulder whirl, rotates out and naturally stretches it and gives you the perfect timing. So at the beginning of this discussion, I mentioned the factor that we were going to be talking about in this installment, namely the distance of the attack. So what does this two-stage punch have to do with distance? Well, I'm glad you asked. So really, when you apply this in a practical situation, this two-stage punch, you'll see what I'm talking about when I talk about this being a factor of the distance of the attack. What do I mean by that? I mean this. Stage one, if someone intercepted my punch at stage one, it would hit them as a vertical short range attack. And if I were to hit them further distance away, when the punch reached stage two, it would hit them as a horizontal attack. Many people even teach it this way in some arts. They teach a vertical fist as a short range punch and a horizontal fist as a long range punch. What I would advocate is throwing it as a two-stage punch every single time. And if the person, your target, intercepts your fist at a closer distance, then it'll be a vertical fist. And if he were to intercept your fist in a longer distance, it would turn into, he'd be hit by a horizontal fist. But to throw it as a two-stage punch every single time. It's a mistake to see a vertical fist as a short range punch and a horizontal as a long range punch. Why do I say that? The reason I say that is because if I throw something as a short range punch and I stop, then I've lost the follow through power. Where if I would just throw it as a two-stage punch each time, and my target were to intercept my fist, then he's getting hit, and he's not just getting hit and stopping. There's a follow through, so that he's taking some serious damage from this punch, because it's not just a short impact from a vertical. It's a vertical being thrown in two stages, so that when the target intercepts it at short range, he's being driven through, the punch is being driven through him, and it penetrates through him and does severe damage. If he were to intercept this punch further on, he would get hit by a lot of velocity as the punch is building up force, and he would get hit with it in a long range fashion. But by doing it as a two-stage punch each time, I'm safe. Even if my target is close to me, or closer than I think, or further than I think, and then they adjust their distance as I'm throwing this punch, and they do a fade away, and so I'm expecting a short range situation, and then they back up on me, then my two-stage punch is going to hit them either way. So it's giving me a reach advantage by throwing it as a two-stage punch each time. And it's giving me a power advantage as well. So it's not one type punch for short range and a different type of punch for long range. It's one punch thrown at two stages that can be intercepted at two distances. And that's why I talk about this being a matter of the distance of the attack. Well, until our next installment, remember, the more sweat in the gym, the less blood in the ring. This is Todd, the Wildcat Christopher at tacticalboxing.com, signing off.